Hello, my name is Silvia Fernandez Barrio. I live in Argentina. I am 67 years old. Since we spoke last year, you asked me how I am. I'm okay, considering the enormous difficulties that the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, has made us face with. I did see changes in my psoriasis during these times, but I also made changes in my way of living. I ate more, I drank more, I didn't make all the exercise I used to do. So my psoriasis started getting a little bit worse. Though I have to say that regarding all the difficulties that we have, there's something good that this way of communicating has helped us, me and us, very much. And that is the availability of having very quickly a doctor near you. And so the way of communicating with my doctor was completely different. And the telemedicine was fantastic. And I really had excellent results. And I would say I had, although I had a very good relation with my doctor, my relation became much nearer. And I think that was very good. And this also happened with all the patients. Regarding the accessibility to treatment or information about psoriasis in the last year, I would say that in my case, it was easy because it was just topics. And yes, my psoriasis went worse, definitely worse. But I really had an excellent result after doing everything that my doctor said. But I do know of many people that had many troubles in getting their medication. Phototherapy, for example, was completely, you can't do phototherapy anywhere in the country. And people having biologics, they did have many problems. In consequences of the pandemic, I would say in two ways. One, because of the complete closing of the frontiers between one state and the other, and the trucks couldn't get by, or there were no flights. So there was no possibility where there was no medication to get it. But then also it was, I think sincerely, it was a very good excuse for many of the healthcarers to say, oh, we have difficulties with this, and made it difficult for people to get their medications. In the case of biologics, it's been, and it's still that way, quite difficult in many places, in many places. I had no COVID, but I do know many people of our association that had COVID. Some of them were in cyclosporin and biologics, and they got COVID. And fortunately, they were okay. They had a mild COVID. Others with biologics, with COVID, and they are okay. Most of them were mild. Some of them that were not mild, they really had a very tough time. But I wouldn't say regarding our experience, there was a difference between those who were immunosuppressed or those who were not. I think that has something to be seen in the near future. I haven't, as I said, I haven't been impacted in the ability to access to my treatment because it was a topic. But as I said, in many other people, yes, definitely, yes. There was something that I think it was very good. And that was the information. I think I got information more than ever. I learned more than ever. And we are a producer. I am a producer of information for people with psoriasis. So my compromise was from the very first minute, from the very first day, was to answer every single question or doubt that the patients had. So we produced a lot of information together with the medical societies very quickly. I would say in the second month, once the medical societies had a little bit clear what they had to say and how things could be, if they had to keep on with the medications or not, take them or not. So when they had this more or less clear, we started informing together with the medical societies, with the Psoriasis Society, with the Dermatology Society, and with the Rheumatology Society, and all together the patient organizations and the 3 medical societies. Since May, we started producing information all together, doing Instagram lives, Facebook lives. We built up a congress of patients that brought us about 6,000 patients to our place and to get information, and it was excellent. We also provided them with a WhatsApp. So whatever problem they had, if they had severe psoriasis, we managed to put them into to get it to a specialized doctor and get them into hospital if needed, and that was done. And if they had any kind of information or they couldn't get in contact with the doctor, we produced that contact. So in fact, this pandemia, though we still have to analyze many of the things that have happened, or are happening now, I think the interesting thing is that it has brought to us very quickly the people that really needed help, the people that had severe psoriasis or arthritis. Another problem that we realized is that people with arthritis, with psoriatic arthritis, are having a very bad time because they're having difficulties in getting their medications. So I would say that is more or less the story I can tell of these very hard days that everybody is living everywhere. I want to tell you something that really impacted me, and it's 15 years and I'm working as an advocate, but I will keep this very much in my head, in my memory. There was a girl that wrote that for her the pandemic was fantastic, and I was kind of surprised why was that, and she was very happy that she wouldn't have to go out and show her psoriasis. So I think that small phrase that she said, I'm very happy that this pandemic is here. I don't have to show myself, and I don't have to answer any questions about my skin. And I think that phrase really pictures what the burden of psoriasis is. And our job is to make that burden less. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.